Okay, so the verification of the Pythagoras, we have done quite a lot of it. And then I think now you should be confidently able to continue and complete it. So now we will go to the converse of the BPT that we had to do. Not BPT, sorry, the converse of the Pythagoras that we had to do. So that is where I had to reach. I am going to play a small video, so I have to detach my microphones because it will come through the external speaker. How many things which are coming up? Okay, are you seeing my screen? Are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
Yes,
At
ma'am.
least
Yes.
one of you have to tell me yes, only then I can proceed.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, good. So we are not losing the touch there. So we will come back. So this is the statement of the theorem. Please write it down first before we start with the proof. In a triangle, if the square of one side is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides, then the angle opposite to the first side is a right angle. So this is the converse of the Pythagoras. In the Pythagoras, we learned that if I take a right triangle, the square of the hypotenuse will be equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. But here, the triangle is given in such a way that the square of one side is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. If such an instance happens in a triangle, then automatically the angle which is opposite to the first side will become a right angle. And hence you will get back a right triangle. So if you start with a right triangle, you know hypotenuse square is equal to sum of squares of other two sides. But if you start with any ordinary triangle and you happen to see that the sum of the squares of two sides is equal to the square of the third side, then the angle opposite to that side, the larger side, is going to become a right angle. So what is given to me is triangle ABC such that AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So after the statement, draw the figure and then write down this given.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, Spriya is texting me.
Yeah, okay. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll just stop share and come back. Yeah, I've admitted they'll join. Okay. Is the statement written? Is the diagram drawn? The given is written. Now I'll play the video. You can just follow that. Should be audible is what I think. In case it is not audible, just let me know. Because I've given the maximum volume and I've put it on the external speaker. Okay.
Square. Then this side, the angle that is opposite to this side, the first side would be a 90-degree angle. So that is angle opposite to AC, which is angle B, would be 90 degree.
Is it audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So this is what I want to do. That angle B would be 90 degrees. What I am given is that AC square is AB square plus BC square.
So you have to prove that angle B is 90 degrees. Write that down.
So what do I do now? I'll make another triangle. Let me make another triangle such that I call this triangle DEF such that AB is equal to DE, BC is equal to EF, and DEF is 90 degrees. So I make a triangle in such a way that AB is equal to DE, BC is equal to EF, and angle E is 90 degrees.
So I do a construction to complete this proof. My construction is I'm going to construct a right triangle itself. So DEF is a right angled at E in such a way that your DE is going to be equal to AB. This DE this side DE is equal to AB. That's how I do the construction. And also I take care to see that EF is equal to BC. And the triangle that you've drawn, that is by construction, is a right triangle. So using this construction, I have to go back and show that ABC is a right triangle, because that's exactly what I want. I have to show that B is 90 degrees. But by construction, I am getting a right triangle in such a way that your DE is equal to AB and BC is equal to EF. So that construction is very important in the converse.
Now, since angle E is 90 degrees, I know this is a right angle triangle. If this is a right angle triangle, I can apply
Ma'am, I
Pythagoras.
can't see the video.
So by Pythagoras theorem, I can say that DE square plus EF square, that is the sum of squares of the perpendicular side, would be equal to the hypotenuse square. Hypotenuse is DF, so that would be equal to DF square. Let's look at this now. So what I do is, since it's a right angle triangle, I can say DE square plus EF square would be DF square. DF is the hypotenuse. Side opposite to the 90-degree angle, hypotenuse here. Now I know this. Further, I know that DE is equal to AB. So DE is equal to AB. So rather than DE square, I can write AB square. Plus EF is equal to BC. So I can write BC square here. That comes out to be equal to DF square. So I get this. But what are we given? That AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Here we have AB square plus BC square is equal to DF square. So this should also be equal to AC square. Since this is equal to AC square, I can say AC square would be equal to DF square. Now again, if AC square is equal to DF square, I can say that AC is equal to DF.
So I hope the argument was clear. Because we have constructed a right triangle DEF, I can apply the Pythagoras here. So when I apply the Pythagoras on the second triangle DEF, I know DF is the hypotenuse, because E is the right angle, the side opposite to the right angle is the hypotenuse. So when I apply the Pythagoras on this triangle DEF, I am getting the DF square is equal to EF square plus DE square. Just the application of the Pythagoras. Okay. Now, but what is, because of my construction, I know DE and AB are the same, EF and BC are the same. So in the place of EF, I substitute with BC, and in the place of DE, I substitute with AB. So instead of writing it as DE square plus EF square, I write it as AB square plus BC square because of my construction. And that is equal to your DF square. So this equation has become like this now because of my construction that I have. Okay, now compare this equation, AB square plus BC square is equal to DF square. Already what is given to me is AB square plus BC square is AC square. So you see the AB square plus BC square and the AB square plus BC square. So those two are the same. That means your DF square automatically becomes equal to AC square. Or in other words, you can say your AC has become equal to DF. That's what is the argument. So when AC and DF become equal, what can you say about the two triangles? ABC and DEF are in such a way that your AB is already equal to DE, your BC is equal to EF, and now I have shown that AC also has become equal to DF. Then what can you tell about these two triangles now?
They are
Congruent triangle.
Yes, they will become congruent because all the three corresponding sides are equal. So if they are congruent, then what can you tell about their angles?
Typicity B is
They
equal
will
to
be
E.
equal. That means your B will be equal to E. Already by construction, E is 90. So B has become 90. That is exactly what I want. To show that B is equal to E, I am bringing the congruence between these two triangles. Is that clear? So I'm just resuming the video.
So I can say AC is equal to DF. So in these two triangles, I find that all three sides are equal. So in triangle ABC and triangle DEF, in these two triangles, AB is equal to DE, BC is equal to EF, and AC is equal to DF. All the three sides are equal. These two are equal by construction, and this we just proved. So all these three sides are equal. When three sides are equal, three sides of one triangle equal to three sides of the other triangle, I can say that the two triangles are congruent by side, side, side. So by SSS, I say that these two triangles are congruent. Now, if these two triangles are congruent, then all the corresponding angles and the corresponding sides are equal. Corresponding sides are already equal, so the corresponding angles should be equal. That means angle E would be equal to angle B. Angle B should be equal to angle E. So if angle B is equal to angle E by CPCT, I can say this. Now angle E is already 90 degrees. So I can say that angle B would also be 90 degrees. So angle B is equal to angle E, which is 90 degrees. So this is what I wanted to prove, that angle B is 90 degrees. Therefore, ABC, since angle B is 90 degrees, I can say that ABC is a right angle triangle.
So is that clear? You can write it down quickly if you have not written down so far. So we have brought the congruence
Yes,
only
ma'am.
to show that your B and E have to become equal. Because by construction already my E is 90 degrees, my B also has become 90 degrees, and hence I got that ABC is a right triangle. So I started with AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, and I went back and I have shown that the side opposite to the first, sorry, the angle opposite to the first side is going to become a right angle. So I have shown clearly that ABC has become a right triangle. Any doubt so far? It's a very simple one. So tomorrow onwards, you should be able to recall both the theorems, whether it is a Pythagoras or its converse. Pythagoras has come not last year, this year only. Still, the result is not out, no? So this year, the Pythagoras was asked in one of the set. Either the Pythagoras or the converse is already fixed for all the board exams. So please learn them meaningfully. So I stop the screen share. Now, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Actually, I wanted to take up the problems on converse of Pythagoras, but I know your data will be giving away because you are almost attending classes from 10 o'clock. It is too much for you at your age, I can understand. But what to do? This is how the situation is. So anything else that you have as doubt, you can ask me. Otherwise, I'll pause the recording. There are a few things that I need to discuss again because there are so many things that is creating difficulty to conduct class. So let us discuss on that. If you don't have any doubt in the content that we have done, I will stop the recording. Any doubt so far? Should I go back to the screen or should I explain something on the converse? You tell me, I will quickly do it.
No, ma'am.
No? Okay, then I think I
No,
will
ma'am.
stop the recording here.